Hello, I am Joseph Gonzalez, and I'm a member of the VIP 4.0 team, and today I will be covering installation and maintenance onto the VIP live server. Let us begin. For this process, you will need two programs installed on your system. The first is Winscp. This is a file sharing program that we'll be using to transfer files from our personal desktops to the VIP live server. To enter the VIP live server, you have to enter the host name, which is vip.fiu.edu. And then you enter your username, which is the first half of your FIU email, minus the @fiu.edu portion. And your password, by default, will be the first letter of your first name, followed by your Panther ID, followed by the first letter of your last name. Once you've entered all that information, you hit save, and you will log in. As you can see here, it is currently searching for and finding the host. Now, I've already got this set up for the next portion, but normally, this location, in case you see here we're on var www VIP4, would be empty. We would drag and drop the code zip file from our desktop here and let it load in. For the sake of time, it takes a few minutes, I'm going to skip past this. That is essentially all you need to do with Winscp. That's all it can do. Now from here, you would now go to Putty. So once again, you would enter the same information, vip.fiu.edu, into the host name. Make sure the port's set to 22 and you are set to SSH. You then log in. It'll ask for your login username. In this case, it's the same as the information you enter for Winscp, so your FIU email minus the @fiu.edu. Your password will be the same. Ubuntu, by default, keeps passwords hidden, so don't be concerned if you're not seeing it as you type it in. That's how it normally acts. Now, the first thing we need to do now that we're logged into the server is become the root user. So you need to enter the simple command sudo space su. It'll ask for your password again, re-enter it, and that is it. If you look here, you'll notice now that it says root at VIP, and unlike before, it now gives you a full list of what directory you're in and whatnot. So now you need to move to the file where we are storing the VIP4 code. That is in var www VIP4. You enter it just how you see on the screen, cd/var/www/vip4/. Now if you look, you'll see we have our code.zip file and our code file. Now currently, if you look, you can see that the VIP server is live and running as it is intended to be. So for this demo, we are going to start fresh. So first things first, we need to delete the existing code file. You would do this with the following command, rm-rf code. This will delete the existing file. Now, we run the VIP site off a module called Forever. This is different than how you would run it locally. For this thing, first we want to observe whatever Forever processes are running. So Forever list. If you enter this command, it will show you that we currently have no Forever processes running because we don't have a code base. So the first thing we are going to do now is unzip code.zip so that we can get our code back. Now that that is done, as you can see, we now have our code file back. Let's go cd.code so we can get back into the code file. I'm going to just clear this. Okay, so now to run the code, all you want to do is type in forever start server.js. So now if you look, we now have this. Once again, enter forever list to observe that we now have a running process and the site is back up. That covers the installation portion of this video. Let's move on to maintenance. Now, maintenance is a very simple process for this site, but you will have to do it frequently. Every time a new feature is ready to go live, maybe at the end of a sprint, usually very much near the end of the semester, you'll have to do these updates several times in a week. You would repeat the process we just did, go from Winscp. You would, make a new code file, zip it up, send it in. Make sure you delete the existing code file. When you do, you just click it, press delete. We don't need it right now. We'll just delete that one. You would delete the code file, the code.zip file. You would delete the code file. We already did that earlier. And you would just move your new zip file in, unzip it, and begin again. However, before you do that, you want to stop all the forever processes currently running. So if you once again forever list, just one more time, you see here we currently have our existing code running. You would just enter forever stop all, and this command actually stops the existing code from running. So now if you go back to the site, you'll notice it is currently down. There is no forever site running. You would just enter the code file, unzip it, locate into the directory, and enter forever start server.js again. Once it's back up, use forever list to verify that the code is running, and of course just check the site. As you can see, we are back live again. You don't want to let the site be down for long, so always make sure to get the code zip file ready to go, and then quickly, forever stop all, delete the code file, unzip your code.zip, and then run forever start server.js again so that the site's down for as little time as possible. Besides the current live server, we actually do have a separate dev server. This is located at vipdev.cs.fiu.edu. This server maintains a separate database. It is hosted on a separate site. It is essentially a separate site for the sake of dev testing code on a live environment. This way, if there's any problems, you can test it before pushing to the live server without affecting it. To access it, you would essentially do exactly what we did now. The only difference is, so now let's back out of Winscp for a second. And this applies to Putty as well. Instead of entering vip.fiu.edu, you would enter vipdev.cs.fiu.edu. And it would be exactly the same username, same password. It'll ask, find the host, and do the same. You would do the same exact difference with Putty as well. You would just access vipdev. Let me see, Putty. vipdev.cs.fiu.edu. And just like before, now it asks for your username and password, but now you are on the dev server. This is important for maintaining tests on the site without causing any harm to the live server. I recommend always pushing to the dev server before pushing live to make sure that the code does not cause any errors or any crashes onto the site before pushing to the live server. That is it for VIP installation and maintenance. Thank you, and I hope you have a good day.